try and make full use of the opportunities of the fielders being in the ring.
Very true, Davis, and this is something we didn't see from the Victoria Pals. The intent is that she wants to try and hit over the top. It's very, very good stuff. Second time the ball is flying through that region. One was on the ground, this time in the air. Ground, this time in the air. This time will come off the pads. Nothing indie. Leg by is indicated by Shalom Nathwala. Patricia Malekia, I don't know the plan here from Uganda to just try and start off with their fast bowlers, whether it's a good one. Today they are playing Sarah Kiteng, the extra spinner that you were asking for yesterday. So maybe they immediately could have gone to the approach of just taking pace off the ball, let Nepal work for the runs. Good approach there. Oh, fantastic effort there from the captain, Janet Mbabazi, body and soul. The Nepalese fans on this ground are starting to find their voice. 7 for no loss after the first over, Nepal. Bowling change for Team Uganda. Konsi Yaweko will take the ball from the airport end. Listening to the commentary, they knew taking the pace of the ball is the only way they are going to get some inroads.
I said a bit of unfamiliar bowling figures for Konsi. She went for 15 runs, did not pick up a wicket. We obviously know that she's been one of those, not just fallback positions, but she's been providing the wicket-taking options for previous Victoria. So they'll be expecting her to be more of herself today. If she can look to scale around 1 or 2 early wickets and allow Uganda to try and put a little bit of pressure on Nepal.
Scamper through quickly. Out napping Sarah Kiteng. You need to be on your toes when you're defending a small total. Surprised Davis that you don't even have to sleep in when you're trying to get a wicket.
Good morning, Sarah Kiteng. But yes, Dennis, spot on. I think they need to be a little bit more attacking, put in an extra attacking fielding option, that slip option, try and make things a little bit difficult. But I'll tell you a thing or two, Nepal will try to get out of blocks quickly.
You should know, Davis, that you and I are not the captains. Maybe that's our sort of play. Go big or go home. Not staying here to hang around.
Just talked about the slip fielder.
Telling you. Sarah Walaza, instead of hanging around in between no man's land, step up, something could stick for you. So I think it's a process for the team. Always very, very conservative. I think safety first, rather than putting...
Let's go, Konsi!
Well, I think it's something that many people would have hoped for, especially after that change in the technical bench of the Victoria Pals. Many people would have hoped to see that the Victoria Pals would start to put their best foot forward, play a bit more aggressive and intentional cricket. That's not happened, and perhaps maybe we have to give it a bit of time and patience. This is the challenge for me. It's actually a challenge I'm looking forward to seeing Katka's approach against Konsi Yaweko. But with that dot ball brings an end to the second, and Nepal at 9 for no loss.
Captain Janet Mbabas comes into the attack. As holding on to my script, Davis, to tell you, do not be surprised that she's going to be bowling from the other end.
Interesting bowling change, but obviously at least she's recognized that the slower bowlers have looked to challenge a lot of the batters.
If I was her, I think I would go to the casino and spend all my money. Try and get a Kiteng in as quickly as possible. Try and get in maybe probably 6 tidy overs and then see where things go from there. A gift from Janet Mbabas to start off things.
A late Christmas gift there, granted out by Janet Mbabazi, the batter. Enjoys that full delivery, full toss asking to be hit, and hit it was. Work to do down there for the, not fielders, but for the fans down there.
Nice, juicy full toss on the pads, and helped along by the batter. Very well played. Come back there from Janet. More aggression from Nepal in this inside this power play. 13 already in 2 overs, in 2.1 overs. Tries to go big, but up in the air, chance not taken. Patricia, good effort from her. But again, Davis, if you want to take wickets, you look at that again. Not a good connection, but the batter did that because the fielder at long on. The fielder is at long on and not mid on. So if you're trying to get wickets, skip that mid on fielder in the circle.
Good shot of intent. Does it pierce the gap? Work to do for the fielders in the deep. Sarah Laza keeps that to just 2 runs. But you can see clearly the intent for the Nepalese is to quickly get out the blocks, make full use of this power play. And they're doing a good job already. Chen has conceded already 7 runs with 2 deliveries to go. Pressure already on her.
I think one of the things that Jenny needs to convince herself is that she is a part-time bowler. If you're part-time, we shall come after you. It doesn't matter when you get to start bowling, but we shall always come after you. Worked off the pads in the field. Chance for a second, and they should be able to get a double. Has to get in quickly. Takes his time, Patrick Makumbi Musoke, but raises his finger. Suicidal from Nepal, and against the run of play, they lose their first wicket. And the big wicket of Katka, who was putting pressure on the Ugandans. Out of nothing, Uganda finds something. Ritam Samali combination with Kevin Awino.
In that replay, Ritam Samali quick to get to that one. Bullet arm right over the stumps. Easy for Kevin, complete. Easy decision there for Patrick Makumbi. Katka, the huge wicket. The wicket that the Ugandan Victoria Pearls would have loved to see. The back of her. Much needed wicket, Dennis, as you said. It is 17 for 1.
Yeah, the gifts keep coming, and this time it's Nepal that have gifted Uganda a wicket. Uganda have been on the back foot. Big wicket of Katka as well. If you look at that replay again, when they took the first run, Kevin Awino wasn't even interested. She was only waiting to collect the ball until they realized there could be an opportunity. She was able to gather the ball well and wipe off the bears. Uganda given some hope with that wicket, 17 for 1. Nepal.
Mr. Kosi Aweko will continue to operate from the airport end. Interesting that Pooja has walked in at first drop. We did see how dominant she was with the ball in hand. She's been tasked by her coach to come out and play literally a blinder. As an all-rounder, they'll be looking to try, as I say, to try and get quickly out of the blocks. So far they're at 17 for 1 in 3 overs. But Nepal generally, having a look at them yesterday, they have not looked to worry too much about that wicket column. But they have looked to show a lot of intent, understanding that T20 is about resource utilization, not exactly about worrying about what you'd say is the wicket column. That is something that you'd say the Victoria Pearls have been very guilty about.
well fielded by Patricia Maleki and Davis. You're very right. But for a team that wants to make sure they stay on the front foot, they'll never worry about the wickets. It's the contributions made by everyone that eventually count. Very good use of the feet. Tries to get to pitch of the ball. I'll tell you an interesting stat that at the global qualifiers, someone educated us that for Bangladesh, they don't want anyone to get a 50. They want to make sure at least everyone gets a 20. So if all get 20s, the team will be in a good position.
I think that's simply perfect. It says a lot for itself, really. Basically trying to hint on that T20 basically is about resource utilization. It's not necessarily about those individual milestones, the 50s and the centuries. For one to get one of those, it must be at record pace and should not cost the team valuable resources. And good intent yet again for me from the Nepalese. Coming down the wicket, not being afraid to take Konsi on with the hope that if they can manage to hit one or two over the infield, to not only give them runs, but it will put immediate pressure back on Konsi.
For teams that have really been able to work out Uganda, I've seen how the Rwandans play. They make sure they know if they take Konsi out of the project, then Uganda's bowling will be in trouble. So usually teams are trying to come after her bowling just to make sure they put pressure on the rest of the bowling.
And with that, dot ball completes the fourth over, which is obviously a maiden for the Victoria Pearls. And after 4 overs, Nepal are 17 for 1.
Changing the bowling for Uganda. Immaculate Nakisuyi will take the ball from the golf club end, replacing the captain Janet Mbabas.
Interesting bowling change, Dennis. Right arm off spinner bowling in the power play. More importantly, a part-timer bowling ahead of your season left arm orthodox bowler. The Ugandans will be hoping that this gamble pays off. The Nepalese will be hoping to make full use of this what appears to be a bit of an error in judgment.
Very well struck by Puja. She will get off the mark. But you mentioned a floater there from Imi to start off things. Imi needs to realize Puja's just coming, try and pull the ball quickly into her pads. Maybe you get her stuck on the crease. But again, you make a good point that Uganda don't realizing that if you bowl part-timers inside the power play, you're just setting yourself up. The previous over as a maiden.
That swept handsomely down there to mid-wicket. Work to do for Sarah Walaza, who is able to keep that to just 1 run. But again, another float of a delivery. Doesn't ask too many questions really of batters, and you feel that Amy would be very lucky to get out with that one yet again, especially in the power play.
Straight to the fielder. I don't know what the plan is, maybe to just, hoping against hope that she gets a dot ball. But this doesn't look like bowling that can actually get you a wicket.
Turn and bounce there from Imi Nachisoi. We did speak about the fact that the spinners yesterday were extracting turn and bounce, the slow nature of the wicket. That right there is an example. But good take there by the keeper, Kevin Owino, getting behind it.
Very, very true. Up-ish in the air, but very disappointed with Malisa. When you're 17, I expect you to run in and take a diving catch, not wait for it to drop in front of you. Normally they will tell you that if you want your batters to contribute with the ball in the game, even in the nets, they need to bowl like they are bowling in a match. And good stuff there from Nepal. Just keep chipping away. Not a bad over for them. They'll get at least 5 runs. 21 for 1, 22 for 1, 23 for 1, 22 for 1 after 5 overs.
There is another bowling change effected from the airport end. Kosiweko takes a break. And in comes left-arm orthodox Sarah Kiteng. We didn't see her play yesterday, but we know how dominating she is with ball in hand. Balls with that angle into the stumps, but has the ability to get patches off the wicket and beat right-arm batters off the outside edges. Big question first up. That's a judge not out.
Yeah, everyone went up there in the Ugandan cordon. Nothing given. The final over of the power play for Nepal. In down the leg side. Scamper through for 1. No leg bites given by Patrick Makumbi Musoke. Must have been somebody in it, but you can see Kiteng trying to dart into the batters.
This is a contest I'll be looking forward to. Puja up against Sarah Kiteng. The 3 deliveries that Puja's faced, she's shown a lot of intent and good technique in terms of hitting the ball down the ground. Shown good balance when you look at that technique from Puja. Leans into the ball pretty well. Good balance stance.
Very well played by Puja. Gets right in front on top of the ball. Some work to do for Patricia. She's able to chase it down and keep it to a double. Outfield still a bit heavy from the early morning downpour. So the ball is not racing to the boundary.
Good response. Much better lines there from Sarah Kiteng. She's been guilty before for bowling some of those deliveries down the leg side and allowing batters to make full use of that. And you can tell from if she bowls it down the leg side, because there's no deep square leg, and the batter gets a sweep, a good sweep on it, to go easily go for 4 runs.
Being a Kiteng can be able to, sort of vary her bowling. A slow one that takes some bite off the wicket, go the other way. After 6 overs, end of the power play, Nepal 25 for 1. Highlights from the power play. Nice juicy full toss from Janet Mbabas that worked to the boundary. And then the miscommunication between the 2 opening batters. Rita Musamali capitalizing, very good work with her and Kevin Awino to get rid of the dangerous Katka. 25 for 1 after 6 overs, Nepal.
And imagine HSI will continue to operate from that golf course end. But now she'll have a bit more protection, obviously, with the power play having been completed. Turn and bounce. Outside edge or glide. Just glide. Oh, sorry, Kiteng manages to keep that to just 1 run. But good to see some patches out of this wicket yet again from Imagine HSI. I think now is a better time for her to bowl. The fact that she does have protection and fielders a lot more to take some of those catches in the outfield.
Chance for a catch. Put down by Sarah Walaza. Butterfingers. Something out of nothing for the Ugandans, but not gracious enough to take that gift. Not Not enough commitment in that shot from Puja. Sarah Walaza puts it down. Chance goes begging. Extras wides indicated. I think now Janet just needs to help Immaculate by getting the right field set, since the ball is turning too much. Make that 5 chances put down so far by Team Uganda in 2 games. Tossed up in the air, good use of the feet from Sana. Every time that ball is tossed up, it looks like it's asking to be hit.
It's a bit too short. Easy pickings there from Puja. And a bit of butterfingers down there at deep square leg by Stephanie Nampina. But good work so far here by the Nepalese. They are continuing to stay slightly above that required rate, ensuring that they do not fall any bit behind that rate. That's in the air, hit in the air. Sarah was unable to get under that one.
I don't think she was even interested in getting under it. Just waited for it to drop down and she picks it up and sends it back. Again, it's a game where you need to move on quickly in your X. 31 for 1 after 7 overs. Nepal doing so well. Uganda were 31 for 2 inside 10 overs. So Nepal for now is sort of ahead of things. They need just 45 runs from as many as 13 overs. Sarah Kiteng, you feel that chance is still on her mind. From that last chance, she was just never even interested in trying to take the catch. Sarah Kiteng back into the attack from the airport end.
Real ball yet again from Sarah Kiteng. My opinion for me at this particular point, the game for Uganda rests on the 2 hands of Sarah Kiteng and Kosi Aweko. They need to find out picking wickets to try and get Uganda back into this defense.
Very, very good connection. But just straight to the fielder down there, Stephanie Nampina. I don't think Uganda want to use those two to get wickets. Normally from the Ugandan plan is to try and take the game as deep as possible. The many dot balls they bowl, the better.
Yeah, but then it's at a run rate already of 4.4. The game will never get to the 20th over. So you must find a way of pegging Nepal back. And the best way to peg them back is by picking a couple of wickets. Puja has looked dangerous, but more importantly is Sana, who is playing her first game of the tournament. She's cruising at 15 of 23, managing to rotate strike as and when the need is required.
Davis, I'll tell you, you know that both of us have played for Uganda, not Australia. Normally the Ugandan plan is try and make sure you take it as deep as possible.
Yeah, but Dennis, we played in what, the 1970s? Sure, the game has evolved beyond us.
Because you can see the line and length that Kiteng is bowling. It's really just trying to get that dot ball, get over with things. Extras. Paul give away just the 9 extras. Uganda have been guilty of bowling a couple. Very well played by Puja. This time she hits it along the carpet. Another good over for Nepal. No damage for them, but each and every passing over just keeps reducing the requirement. 34 for 1 after 8 overs, Nepal. They need about 42 runs from 12 overs for them to be able to get a good result against the Ugandans, the hosts.
That's very well swept there behind square. Some work to do there by the fielder. Keeps it to just one run. But for me, Pooja has looked the complete package. She's a total three-dimensions cricketer. Beauty with the ball in hand, opens the bowling and goes ahead to then bowl at the back end of the inning. But has been just bat at one drop and has looked every bit of that part. Out of the 14 deliveries she has faced, she's on 8, but she's looked a beautiful find for Nepal.
Yeah, and after being put down in over before the last one, she's just made sure now she's hitting along the carpet. Good use of the feet, and that won't be given out. Slow ball, so it's always very difficult for the keeper to collect and then wipe off the bails. Different, the way these modern keepers do it, they always want to first take the ball before they come back and effect the stamping. In my days, and I know I can still do it, I think you will be back in the hard deficit, I can guarantee you. The hands never go away from the stumps.
Your 1970 days are long gone, my brother.
But I tell you, I think I can still do it. The difference is that modern keepers always first want to collect the ball and then come back and wipe off the bails, which means that the batter is able to come back.
Slow delivery, takes all the pace off it, and that, in my opinion, is the way to go. Force the batters to generate the pace themselves. This game will be followed by a number of fans down there in Kachumadu. They'll know that they have valuable T20 points on offer if they can get a win against the 18th ranked Ugandan side.
Chance for a run out. Ooh, a bit slow. She took it. That's very, very close. Most times when the ball goes past you when you're running, totally in trouble. Once you work with the fielding, put in a lofted throw. Oh, she was out by a mile. But we have the benefit of a replay, which the umpire doesn't. She can only look at it once. Benefit to the batter for now. Is when it's not your day, when the bad when the bad decisions go against you.
Good dominant display so far from the Nepalese. They have gotten everything right from the toss. They've looked like they've wanted to come and literally look to correct whatever wrongs they might have put together yesterday. Yesterday they nearly picked up that big victory against the highest ranked team, Namibia. Yeah, they nearly picked up that victory. Unable to, and this time round, meaning business this morning, they obviously sensed that they could be in for something special. And with that dot ball brings an end to the ninth. Nepal 36 for 1.
Yeah, Davis, you make a very, very good point. Nepal today have looked all money and business. 36 for 1 after 9 overs for them. 4 runs every over. They've shown the right sort of intent when they've been chasing down this total. Feel that if everything's able to go according to play, it should be the team getting the result today. 36 for 1 after 9 overs. Davis will take a break, and I'll be joined by Innocent Daula in the comms box.
Capricorn Eagles and Hong Kong, China are in the building for early lunch before they play later in the afternoon on a super special Sunday. But time for Nepal here to pick up the first victory only if they want it. They've shown their hunger with the ball. And now they're in the business with the runs, moving at above the required rate. Saraki 10 from the airport end, bowling a third. In the air, it goes all the way. Won't be a catch. Will they make a second? There's a little fumble from the fielder. The Dawn. Beg your pardon. It's Proskovia Alako right there. He's going to run round square.
Yeah, very, very big side of the ground. The 2 was on for Pooja and Sana. Maybe they just turned it down.
Cut very well. But for no run, the throw is quick from the skipper Janet Mbabazi, who's looking for an ounce of luck here. And it says hope is not a strategy.
Hope has never been a strategy.
Chance for a run out. But Kevin Awino picks it up not only once but thrice, and you can't effect a run out like that. It's leg by as indicated by Patrick Makubi Musoke. Standing out there in the middle with Sharon Atula. Atula, younger days for her in her career as an international umpire. Made a debut last year. If I'm not forgotten, it was at the Kuibuka in Rwanda. Big wild slog. Not necessary there from Sana. Sana is riding her luck. Survived a run out there by the barest of margins. And time has moved fast. Sarah Kiteng may be parsimonious today. 2.57 runs, but she's in the squad to make inroads. Yes, dot balls are golden. They are like gold dust, but you need to pick up the wickets to be the heroine for the team, because only wickets that will give Uganda victory today. That sort of length, you'll not be able to pick up any wicket. Sarah Kiteng's third ends, and we are at halfway stage of the second innings with Nepal on 38 for 1. We'll take the drinks break with Nepal needing another 38 runs from 10 overs.
Only 7 runs more than what Uganda had at the similar stage. After 10 overs at the halfway, 38 for 1 Nepal. The bowling scorecard from the Ugandans: Konsi Aweko, 2 runs from her 2 overs. Her and Sarah Kiteng, the key bowlers for Team Uganda. Kiteng has gone for 7 from 3 overs. Still have a long way in this game to go, and in the afternoon, the Capricorn Eagles of Namibia will be taking on